There's no real reason.
No. What?
Sometimes I feel like I may be just some hapless idiot or small-minded person drifting along. Maybe I'm just a horrible and selfish human being. I really don't know what it is, Hermes. Sometimes things just happen. But at those times, I find the world beautiful. Its unpredictability always reminds me how much I love it. So I guess, even when something like this happens, I still look forward to the next encounter or discovery. Answer your question?
I don't think so.
And that's okay.
Huh?
Because I don't always understand myself, you know. Maybe I'm just hesitating. Or perhaps I'm continuing the journey to gain a better understanding. Either way, I'm tired. We have to travel a long way again tomorrow. Good night, Hermes.
Good night, Kino. What is this?
You've seen corpses before, Hermes.
I know corpses. I was asking what the holes are with the mummies piled in them.
It's too scattered for a graveyard.
Welcome to Veldeval, traveler. Your name?
I'm Kino, and this is my partner Hermes. We request entry for purposes of sightseeing and rest.
And how long are you planning to stay?
3 days. We'll leave the day after tomorrow.
Entry for 3-day stay. Good. Please enjoy your visit with us.
That's it? That was so simple.
Thank you. Have fun in our peaceful country. Oh, of course, that reminds me. Are you carrying any firearms?
Yes.
What, you?
Oh.
Is it prohibited to carry persuaders in your country?
To carry persuaders like these, you must be skilled.
You have no idea.
Well, I bet you're impressive. You may take them with you if they're for your protection, but I assure you they won't be needed. You have come to a safe place. Veldeval citizens prefer their lives quiet and peaceful. I'm certain you're going to enjoy the time you spend among our people. Oh, that's an ancient artifact we've left here as an ornament, if you will. I know something you should do, Kino. You should visit our National History Museum. It'll give you a greater understanding of what we're all about.
Thank you, Mr. Migra. I'll do that.
This does not look like a peaceful country.
I don't know. Looks like they were all used at some point, but they don't look like they're needed anymore.
I wonder what happened.
I don't know, but this sure doesn't look like a country at war.
Gunfire?
Oh, it's just a military drill. See?
Ready? Again!
They're in training to win our war tomorrow.
Huh?
Did I just hear that right? Kino?
Next line!
You're gonna get it!
Museum of National History.
Don't worry. The war they're having tomorrow shouldn't pose any danger either to travelers or their motor rads. Not like the former wars with rampant bloodshed and destruction.
I don't quite understand.
If you want to know more about it, let me see. You should go over to the History Museum. The curator there does a great job teaching travelers about the origins of our country.
Welcome, traveler, to the Museum of National History. I shall guide you through time.
When the first settlement came to this inhospitable land, it was only a small community of several dozen pioneers. By building a water channel and claiming the land as their own, our ancestors founded a town and it thrived. Commerce and industry were developed and increased, further facilitating expansion. the basis for our country's development, which is still in use today, originated during this period.
Can you appreciate how much work it took to build a country where there was nothing? Veldeval is a testament to the efforts of our ancestors. It is truly an impressive story. Rapid growth meant that contact and commerce with other countries was needed. Not all encounters were pleasant. And this is the area of modern history. We in the neighboring country Relzumia have been at war for 192 years. It's sad, but it is our history. It started as a dispute over ownership of the hills that lie between our two countries. The problem could have been easily solved diplomatically, but it was easier to assume a hostile position. It's all too common when races of different languages, religions, and customs confront one another. War raged, new weapons were developed, and people began dying. And as the war escalated, so did the death toll, exponentially. Son after son was fed to the war. Many Veldevalian lineages were lost forever. The atrocities we committed were carried out under the guise of patriotism, and the stretch of rolling green territory became nothing more than a charred, blood-soaked battleground. As the war continued, each country would exhaust their natural resources and have to call a yearly ceasefire without a clear victor. This cycle repeated itself until 15 years ago.
The war stopped 15 years ago.
Yes.
Your country seems very wealthy and stable now. Did the fighting against Relzumia stop altogether?
Well, at least we're not killing each other anymore.
What happened 15 years ago that suddenly brought peace?
The answer to that question would be explained around the next corner. But I'm afraid we don't have enough time today to get to that. Kino, how long are you staying in Veldeval?
We're leaving the day after tomorrow. I'm available anytime before then.
Well, in that case, I will be able to show you the answer to your question tomorrow. Please come see for yourself the process by which we created a peaceful society and how we've maintained it for 15 years.
Where are we going?
To the war.
You're Kino and Hermes, right? The curator advised me of your situation. I've been assigned to act as your guide through the conflict today. We'll need to ride in this Humvee, because there's no way we can traverse the bumpy terrain on wheels. Climb in! Relzumian National Defense Army.
Relzumia is the neighboring country that Veldeval has fought against for almost 200 years, right?
That's affirmative. Very good. We now go to war with them every year. But don't worry, no soldier is going to lose his life during today's conflict. This war is different from the old wars.
Horses to your ready marks! I do hereby pronounce the 185th Relzumia Veldeval Games officially engaged!
Now there are the Takatons, the indigenous tribes. Here we go! Check this out. This side of the line is our side, and the other side of the line is the Relzumian battlefield. Oh, this is it!
results. The score is 9-10. Winner is Valdival!
That's right! That makes it 3 years in a row we've won! You ain't got nothing on Valdival!
Did you get the chance to see yesterday's battle, Kino? It was close.
Yes, we did. Guess now we know what the mummies were about.
So I guess that's the peaceful alternative to war? Because to me, it looked more like a massacre of unarmed Takatan tribespeople.
A common target makes the quickest alliance. It is the war we fight. The old war still haunts my memory. So many died in decades of battles where shrapnel and slugs cut short countless lives. So many died. I had a family once, a husband and 4 sons. They were the things I treasured above all others. But one year they brought my husband's legs home to me because they couldn't find the rest of him. Of course, the children volunteered to avenge their father's death. Sotos, my second child, went first and was killed. The next day, Datos stepped on a landmine. Then Utos, my eldest son, was killed by friendly fire. My youngest and last child, Yotos, left promising to return alive. He did not keep that promise. After having my life torn apart, I was desperate to end this senseless war. I came up with an idea.
Was your idea what I saw yesterday?
It is. There is no way it would have changed things if I had simply told them to stop. I preyed on the innate competitive spirit, hostility, and cruel nature of my people, and found a way to unleash it, redirect it. When the idea finally occurred to me, there happened to be a Relzumian woman who had the very same idea at the same time I did. That happened 15 years ago. Since then, the 2 countries have agreed to give up weapons that were needlessly powerful and caused too many casualties. There's no point to wipe out the Takatans, only hunt them. And as a result, the national budget has been greatly reduced. However, the most important thing is there's no more war. There are no deaths due to combat in either country. Well, Kino, we have reached the end of the presentation. I do thank you for your time.
May I ask you a question?
Yes, feel free.
What about the Takatan casualties? Why not take into consideration the lives and families of the indigenous people?
Try to examine the figures. The number of their casualties is minuscule compared to the losses we've endured in a war that's lasted almost 200 years. And well...
Well, what?
If you have an idea that's any better, I am open to suggestions. You see, there must be sacrifice to achieve the peace. And our children have been sacrificed enough already.
Thank you for the story.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
All right. But one more thing. Something bothers me. I'm afraid I don't understand. I don't know if you're wrong now or the people in the past were right.
Kino, once you get a little older, you'll begin to understand my feelings.
Do you think so?
When you experience the warmth of your own child and hold their life in your hands, I'm certain there are many things for which you'll have a greater understanding. Be safe, Kino.
Sure, I feel sorry for her because she lost her entire family. But I can do without that kind of peace. Kino, what is that up there?
travelers' things, and a lot of them. Do you want something from me?
We'd like for you to accompany us back to our village, where you'll be torn limb from limb before our eyes and die before us.
Why would I do that?
To pay for our fallen comrades.
I'm a traveler. I'm not from this area.
We know that, traveler. But our neighbors have taken you in. They slaughter us for no reason. They take our lives for pure sport. We don't even have the chance to bury our loved ones. We do not fight back because we have no chance of winning. Instead, we do what we can to satisfy our need for revenge. And unfortunately for you, you just happen to be it.
While I understand your feelings, you see, I'm not ready to die. I won't forget your plight. Goodbye and take care.
So are we going to visit Relzumia next, Kino?
There's no need to, Hermes.